Hello everybody, I'm GameSurvive22 and welcome back to more Pokemon Violet. In the last video we started cramming for school, and now we're going to continue with our school studies. We still got quite a ways to go, but I think we got this. So we're going to continue with History 4. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, you're now part of history. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history had presented to us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety might be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that's been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leapt for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. Perfect timing. I said that one of the treasures was a set of tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Let's see. Medicine you chew on? Were you expecting me to laugh at the notion that chewable tablets will be considered treasure? Those particular tablets were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitutes treasures, they must have been of superb quality. That, or perhaps they have some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster rained down upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Oh, it's that time already. I wasn't done with my story, but alas, so ends today's lesson. If you're interested in how the story ends, you can come see me outside class hours. I feel like I need to go find her and ask her about that. Let's see. So going to the staff room. You're, yes, Keith from Class 1A. The way you conduct yourself in my class and answers you give my questions, I admit they pique my interest. You are quite the interesting pupil, I must say. Tell me, Keith, given a choice, which do you prefer? Things of old or things of the new? I prefer older things. Ah, so you prefer things of the past, do you? The potential I saw in you was real after all. Yet, this one may indeed be of good use to me someday. Oh, you can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. I enjoyed our little conversation today. You have my thanks, Keith. You became slightly closer with Miss Ryfort. You're quite the interesting pupil, Keith. Where do you want to go? The entrance hall. Okay, apparently the map said that she's here now. Oh, here she is. Well, if it isn't Keith from Class 1A, are you perhaps interested in the rest of the old tale I told you in class? Yes. Well, it's convenient that you would take the bait I presented in class. A vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. After obtaining these 4 treasures, the king's castle was destroyed. Why, you ask? Because these 4 treasures were actually 4 Pokemon. As these Pokemon were passed from human hand to human hand as treasures, they slowly became tainted by hubris and greed. Finally, after coming in contact with the rhapsody of the king at the time, they awakened as disasters and began to rampage out of control. The king called for renowned Pokemon wielders to defend the country, and after a fierce battle, these incarnations of disaster were quelled. It is said that these 4 Pokemon were sealed away somewhere in Paldea. So what do you think? Would you say the story is just make-believe? No. How very astute of you. I've read many historical disaster reports, personal journals, and the like. There's so much to support the truth of this story. If I'm able to prove the story's veracity myself, I'll be sure to let you know. Cool. Alright, let's move on to the next history lesson then. Well, that's something interesting to keep note of. History 5. Don't be tardy! Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater of Paldea and its interior, Area Zero. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was the author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Perfect timing. Let's see if you're brain. What is the name of the team that first made it to the deepest reaches? The Area Zero Expedition. Correct. To pick up on remember a term, I simply slipped to the flow of the lecture. You really are quite the clever one. The correct name of this team was the Area Zero Expedition. The record of their activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in bookstores and the like even today. The record is now known as the Violet Book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Violet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Violet Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores, just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy of one in the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Oh, is that time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. That ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of the history's enigmas together next time. So there is a Violet Book here in the library. Let's see if we can find it. Alright, it looks like I can't find the book. Probably because we know that, that Arvin has it, so I guess we'll just go on to the next class. History 6. Greetings! What you did is now part of history. Today is our last class, and I would like to unravel the marvels of history as presented to us one last time. In our last class, I taught you about the Area Zero expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years ago is not that long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march so inexorably towards the future. Would it be not more of an adventure to march toward the past instead? to start from our present and study history in reverse? I think it would. So you agree with me, do you, Keith? I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our dear director if I stray from the curriculum. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us toward the future. In the last class of ours, I shall fill your mind. I shall fill in this with the history of the terrestrial phenomenon. The technology behind Terra orbs has its origins in Area Zero. Even after the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continue to explore that area. And around 140 years ago, Pokemon cloaked in a mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were, in fact, terrestrialized Pokemon. However, when those who discovered these Pokemon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded, and God damn it, I can't even say it. They should just say terrestrialized, because it's easier to say than terrestrial. Or no, I just said terrestrial. Fuck. The terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, that might as well be the present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. Answer me this. Who was the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial phenomenon mystery? Professor Toro. Correct. To think you, a new transfer student in our academy, could correctly answer this question. You must be very diligent in your studies. Approximately 10 years ago, a professor named Toro unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomenon. He discovered that the shiny crystals down in Area Zero, or rather the energy they emit, is what causes Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, this story is so much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? This ends my history class. Our next lesson will be our final exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. Woo. Do. Bow bow. Alright. Time to take the history final. Time for our final exam. So many historical okay. Area 0. 805. A vessel, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. It's a folding fan. Alright. Wrote about the ways. That would be Heath. Years ago, did Professor Toro invent Fizz? I think it was 10 years ago. Your time is up. Put your writing utensils down. You must excuse that last question. It was too shallow and ridiculous to be on a history test, but alas, the director forced me to include it. So ends our final examination. You may ask for your scores at the school's front office. Or the front desk. Why did I say office? I can't speak! Feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's see. 5 out of 5. Cool. Now, what next? We have languages, huh? Mr. Salvatore. My dear students, how are all of you today? Feeling good, I hope? Je m'appelle Salvatore. My name is Salvatore. Merci beaucoup. That is, thank you very much for your attention here in my class. I'm so happy for this chance to re-experience my younger days with you all. Do you all know what Salvatore means? It means savior. So just imagine I'm here to save you from spooky new languages. Funny, no? That's right. My classes will teach you about various languages from different regions. You may say good morning or hello as a greeting, but people from elsewhere may say bonjour or salut. I've heard there's even a popular streamer out there who smashes several languages together and says hello, hello, or hola, ciao, and bonjour. There are so many regions out there in our world, and each can have their own unique language. Gracias, merci, zexin, arigato, danke. These all have the same meaning. Can you guess what it is? Thank you. Wow, Keith, was it? Bravo, that's correct. And speaking up is important in language learning too. Gracias, merci, zexi. These words are all mean thank you. I guess some of you probably knew at least one of those. Despite meaning the same thing, their lengths and sounds are all different. Isn't that interesting? And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you one of my wise words of advice. When you travel abroad, you should try to speak the local languages as much as you can, even if you can't speak it very well. I'm sure your willingness to try to make the people you meet tres horoks very happy. Honestly, from my experience, just being able to say hello, delicious, and thank you in the local language will get you pretty far. For everything else, just pretend you're Mr. Mime and gesture away. Oh, there's that pesky bell. I guess that's all we have time for today. Well, adios, matinee, a la prochaine. See you later, everyone. Sorry if I'm butchering this for anybody who speaks these languages. I don't mean to be like that. Alright, but let's keep it going. My dear friends, how are all of you today? Feeling absolutely fantastic, I hope. It's time for Salvatore's language lesson. Estis vos prets? Are you ready, everyone? You can answer with yes or oi. Oui. C'est super. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say thank you in other languages, right? In le cours de la journée, today's class, we will learn about a certain word sure to make people happy when you use it in your travels abroad. What word? Well, you'll have to guess. Delicious, haochi, bueno. Can anyone tell me what these words mean? Delicious. Wow, correct. C'est super. I knew I could count on you, Keith. Delicious, haochi, bueno. All of these words mean delicious. Or it's bueno. Like, bueno. Using the local word for delicious at markets or restaurants is sure to get a big sourire, a smile, that is, from whoever you're talking to. It'll make communications go more smoothly, I guarantee it. People love it when someone says the cuisine of their homeland is delicious. Who wouldn't be heros, happy to receive such a compliment? And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. The first step to smooth communication is to compliment the person you're talking to. After all, it is not very likely that a compliment would put someone in a bad mood. This doesn't only apply to people in other regions either. It's the same for all of you too. You can put this tip to use with your classmates. Now, how about you all try complimenting each other after class? I bet it will make for an ambience plus sympathique, a more friendly atmosphere. That is all for today. See you all à prochain course. Next lesson, that is. Adios, matinee. This is definitely something, for sure. Boom, boom. Alright. What class would you like to take? Languages 3. My dear friends, how are you all today? You certainly look fantastic. It's time for another one of Salvatore's language lessons. Estes von Spritz. Are you ready? Ahem, están vos prêts? Are you ready? Oui. Très bien, very good. My lessons are not a one-way street. Non. I am triste when no one speaks up. Very sad, that is. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say delicious in other languages, right? In la course del oui. Today's class, we will learn about a very special phrase that you can put to use when your timing is just right. I shwiteru, ja te ami, te amo, ish lebeadik. Does anyone know what these phrases mean? Let's see, when the timing is right. Jitame. Te amo. Ah, man. I love you? Fantastique, Keith. Correct. You deserve a medallion d'or, a gold medal. Jetatame, te amo, ich liebe dich. These are 3 phrases you may know, I think. Why? Because they're all quite famous ways of saying I love you. Oh my, have I embarrassed you all, my friends? What timidest little garçons et filles. Shy boys and girls, that is. It's very important to express your feelings about things to others, you know. This is especially true for positive emotions. If you get married someday and argue with your spouse over some silly little thing, all you have to do is apologize and say I love you, et tout ira bien, and all will be well, that is. I should know, why just last week I had a big argument with Mama Femme, my dear wife, that is. Alright, but I was so quick to say I'm sorry and all was well. And now, apropos for nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. It's best to be quick to apologize when you have an argument with someone. That goes for your families, friends, and your crushes. I know you can do it, I believe in you. Our prochaine course. Our next course will be midterm exam. Be sure to review what we've learned in all of our lessons so far. Adios, matane. Ooh, boy. Makes me remind me when I was in Spanish class in high school. What class would you like to take? The languages midterm. Alright, here we go. Today, we will take our midterm exam. Détendez vous. Relax, that is, and do your best. Estés bon prêts? Are you ready? Let's begin. Merci, gracias. That's thank you. Delicious. Delicious. Which phrases doesn't belong? Te amo. Time to eat. When speaking with a person, what is the first step to smooth complication? Compliment them. Salvatore. Si est fini, time is up. Posa vos stylos. Put down your pens, that is. I hope that was easy enough for you. Especially that dernier question, that last question. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can check your scores at the school's front desk. Alright, let's see how we did. 5 out of 5. Cool. Keep doing your best. Alright, time for Languages 4. Oh boy. How did you like the midterm exam? You all did really great. We're halfway there, and now time for another lesson. Estes vos prêts? Are you ready? Oui. Tres bonnes réponses. Great answer. Merci, my friends. I knew I could count on you stars. Leading up to the midterm, we learned all sorts of words from different regions. Starting today, though, I'll be throwing a curveball before we begin listening comprehension. Vasi, go for it, my assistant. Pikachu. As you just heard, Pokemon can also use words to communicate. It's not always easy for us to understand them, but their words have meaning just as ours do. Pokemon can use language to share all kinds of information with each other, like the location of food or whether there may be predators nearby. The same Pokemon's cries can sound different depending on what it wants to say. I'm sure you're all curious, so, aujourd'hui, today that is, let's learn some Pokemon language. Je t'en prie, if you would be so kind, Pikachu. Biga. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Happiness? Pokemon language is hard, isn't it? When Pikachu says it's using its angry voice. That's right, I had my little Pikachu friend here pretend to be angry for us. Don't you think he did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. The same Pokemon can even communicate its feelings in many different ways. Their voices change depending on their mood and physical condition. Try listening more carefully to Pokemon. You might gain a deeper understanding of them. That have been said, Pokemon are quite mysterious creatures. Some actually don't communicate with words at all, but instead use things like electromagnetic or ultrasonic waves. Some even use telepathy. And now, apropos to nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you poke at your Pokemon too many times while washing them during picnics, they'll get mad at you like Pikachu just demonstrated. Well, adios, matinee, a la prochaine. See you all later, everyone. Damn. Woo! We're doing it, though. What class would you like to take? Languages 5. Low battery, oh no. My dear friends, how are you all today? I hope you're doing marvelously well. It's time for another of Salvatore's language lessons. Estes von Splitz. Are you ready? I would expect no less from my excellent friends. Even your replies of my questions are correct. Today, we will once again be focusing on listening. Cassie, go for it, my assistant, Pikachu. As you may remember from our last class, the same Pokemon's cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. Today, that is, we will be learning more about the language used by Pokemon. Je t'en prie, if you would be so kind, Pikachu. That sounded a little bleak, doesn't it? Its voice seems a tad lower pitched, too. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Sadness? Ding ding ding! That's right, Keith. Fantastique! When Pikachu says it's expressing sadness, kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it? That's right, I had my little Pikachu cry as if it was crying. Ha, funny joke, right? Don't you think it did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. And now, apropos to nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you hear one of your Pokemon making sad noises like this, you should treat them with even more kindness than usual. Well, you probably already knew that, though. A piece of cake for you all, I'm sure. Of course, this goes for your classmates and others as well. Friends should support each other in times of sadness. I truly hope that you all can have smiles on your faces all the time, my friends. Our Pro-Chain course, next lesson that is, will be our final lesson together. I hope you're ready for this climactic finale. Adios, matinee! Wonder how many people have stopped watching this video. We don't want to see a game, we don't want to see classes. We play video games to not do schoolwork. My dear friends, how are you all today? It's time for the last of Salvatore's language lessons. It's des von Pli. Are you ready? Oui. What a response fantastique. Great answer, that is. Perfect for our last class together. I love it. And aujourd'hui, today, we will once again be having a listening lesson. Vas-y, go for it, my assistant. Pikachu. Let's get right to it, my little Pikachu friend. For our last listening class, tell everyone how you're feeling right now. S'il te plaît. Ooh, can you feel that? That's one contagious emotion in Pikachu's voice. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Surprise? Oh my, did Pikachu sound surprised to you? When Pikachu says, it's expressing happiness, doesn't it make you want to break out into a happy dance? But I didn't have to ask Pikachu to put on an act today. Oh no, I simply asked it to show you all how it felt about getting to have class with you, getting to meet so many new friends and study together in this class with you. It's made both me and my little Pikachu so very happy. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one last wise word of advice. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will all have times where you'll get mad or sad, or maybe even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. But, à la fin, in the end, that is, there is surely happiness waiting for you. So, gardez le sourire. Keep a smile on your face, even in the hardest times. When you're faced with a problem that you can't handle alone, find someone to rely on, be it a teacher, your family, your friends, anyone. Our Pro-Chains course next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we learned in our lesson so far. Adios, matinee. Alright, looks like it's time for the language final exam. Alright. Aujourd'hui, today we take our final exam. T'attendez vos. Relax, that is, and do your best. Eston vos please. Are you ready? Let's begin. Delicious. Alright, I love you. Pika. That one was anger. That one is happiness. Salvatore. C'est fini. Time is up. Poses vos stylus. Put down your pens, that is. I assume the obligatory dernier question, last question that is, gave you no trouble. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can get your scores at the school's front desk. Alright. 5 out of 5. Cool. Now let's see, what lesson do we have next? Battle studies. This one's gonna be fun. Osu, say hello. Or Os. Say hello to your battle instructor, the one, the only, the hot-blooded Dendra. Os is a karate thing, by the way. Look it up. My age, 25. My hobby, working out. My type, well, strong and muscular fighting types, of course. That's all for my introduction. As for my class, this is where you all get to learn the nitty-gritty. This is where you all get to learn, alright, the nitty-gritty of Pokemon battling. We'll start with the basics, so that no trainer gets left in the dust. Even if you're new to this stuff, have no fear. Leave it to me and my muscles, and you'll be pros in no time. Let's set our fighting spirits ablaze together. Pokemon have all kinds of attacks moves at their disposal, and each one has certain qualities that you'll want to remember. I'm talking about the power type and category of these moves. Higher power means more damage, especially if your opponent's weak to that move's type. Heads up, new kid, question coming your way. There are two categories that attack moves fall under. Know what they are? Physical moves and special moves. Awesome, you're just as sharp as I expected, new kid. Looks like you have a handle on the basics. Anyway, attack moves are split into two categories, physical and special. Physical moves do more damage the higher the Pokemon's attack stat is, and special moves do more damage the higher the Pokemon's special attack stat is. On the other side of things, Pokemon getting hit by these moves can take less damage by having a high defense or special defense stat, respectively. In conclusion, Pokemon that are good with physical moves should raise their attack stat, and Pokemon that are good with special moves should raise their special attack stat. Trying to raise both of these stats equally will just make it hard for the Pokemon to shine in battle. Make your strong points stronger, I always say. That goes for both people and Pokemon. Aw man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home, but I guess we're out of time. Well, we'll generally meet for my class here in the schoolyard, even for book learning. Nothing like a little fresh air to make studying more fun, am I right? But class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. Ah. Something's poking my nose. Alright. Let's keep it going. Battle Studies 2. Another day, another round of battle study. Os! Let's get right to it. Is everyone excited about the treasure hunt? It's always a great adventure. You get to take on gyms, go to new places, and run all over the place with your partner Pokemon. And while you're running around out there, I'll bet you'll come across some big shiny crystals fairly often as well. These crystals are actually collections of terrestrial energy that seeped up out of the ground. You can check out these crystals to battle Terra Pokemon with your friends or other trainers in a group of 4. We call those battles Terra Raid Battles. The Terra Pokemon you'll face off against in Terra Raid Battles are crazy tough. They sometimes act differently than regular Pokemon, so you'll need to be on your guard. Luckily, trainers can also use special action in Terra Raid Battles called cheering. And there are 3 different cheers you can use. The first cheer is Go All Out. It boosts the attack and special attack of all ally Pokemon. The second is Hang Tough. This one boosts the defense and special defense of all ally Pokemon. And the third, well, let's see if you can guess. This cheer restores HP for all ally Pokemon. What do you think it is? Heal Up. That's right. Maybe I should make you the battle teacher, huh, new kid? The third and final cheer is Heal Up. It's a real powerhouse and the ability to both restore HP and cure status conditions. You can cheer up to 3 times during a single Terra Raid battle. Also, cheering uses up a turn in battle, so you won't be able to have your Pokemon use any of their moves when you cheer. In conclusion, try everything at your disposal. If nothing seems to be working, try cheering on your allies. Providing support for your team can sometimes open up a new realm of possibilities. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home, but I guess we're out of time. Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. Real rascals. I don't know, man. When you're talking so much, my words start to jumble. Alright. I think we're going to stop right there for now. We'll continue the battle course in the next video. We still have more lectures to get through, more enrichment of knowledge and classes and learning in the curriculums. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you thought. And if you're new and you want to continue watching this journey and see it through to its end, be sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload, join the Fox Army, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Till then, see you then.